Inside the Lines is brought to you by Hendrick Honda of Charleston. When you buy a new or pre-owned vehicle, our Advantage program takes care of you for life. Make Hendrick Honda of Charleston your first choice for your next vehicle. Visit their showroom at 1478 Savannah Highway in Charleston or online at charlestonhonda.com. Welcome to Inside the Lines here on CofCsports.com. I'm Jeff McCarriger. Thanks for tuning in as we bring you the show each week right here on CofCsports.com. Come to you inside beautiful TD Arena today. Hard to believe, just 6 weeks away from the start of basketball season. A lot to get to this week, so we'll get right to it. Obviously, all the fall sports already are underway. But we'll start with basketball this week on the men's side. The guys will open up on November 9th at Louisville. Got a chance to catch up with the head coach, Doug Wojcik, coming off a great season last year. The guys were 24-11. Got the postseason bid into the CBI, and already coach now will start practice this week. Got a chance to talk to him about this year's team.
It's uncharted waters for us in the sense that the women's college basketball, this is the second year that they can start practice 42 days before the first game. This is our first on the men's side. So the neat thing is there's no big anxiety on October 15th. We get to spend more time with them over a longer period of time, so we have a nice pace to it. I'm incorporating 6 new players. When you consider David Wishon, Canyon Berry, and the 4 freshmen, Joe Cheely, Glenn Pierre, Terrence O'Donohue, and Jonathan Cook. So trying to incorporate those guys into what we're doing, mix them with the veterans that we have, try to replace Andrew Lawrence, which will be a big task. But we got a good group. We're pretty healthy, and we're really looking forward to it, 2.5 weeks earlier than we've been able to do in the past.
Again, the guys about 6 weeks away from their season opener November 9th at Louisville against the defending national champions. Switch from the men's side over to the women's side. What a turnaround for the College of Charleston women's basketball program. Natasha Adair in her first season doubled the number of wins. Also had a postseason invite. Got a chance to catch up with her this week as the girls start practice.
I'm excited that it's here. We were fortunate to have the kids in summer school. School started up the latter part of August. We got back into it. It's time. It's time. We have 16 players, and the energy has been very contagious in the gym. But I think now we want to start putting it all together.
Again, the women's team also about 6 weeks away from their opener as they will open up on November 8th against Kennesaw State. Switch now from women's basketball over to volleyball. And the volleyball team just went 2-2 in their most recent tournament here inside TD Arena, but still now 10-4 on the season, and a big opportunity coming up as they will hit the road for the first time in CAA competition.
This is a tough weekend. It's 2 places that I've never been to Boston, and I've never been to Long Island. I've been in New York before, but never Long Island. So it's kind of an unknown travel entity, and also teams that we don't know a whole lot about. So it's definitely a difficult scenario of trying to say it's a conference, but yet no one knows anything about the teams. And I think we're playing 2 really good teams the first weekend. So we're trying to make that transition and make sure they understand that it's conference, but also not having as much information as we normally would have, but also understanding that Hofstra and Northeastern have the same amount of information on us as we have on them. So I think it kind of can be a little even playing field there.
Just starting off with a good week of practice, forgetting about, I guess it's just kind of a new mindset too. We're going into conference now, and it's a new conference, so we've been working really hard at practice, preparing for this weekend, and really just preparing to be on the road for the first 2 in-conference matches. So I think we're ready. We're all really excited, pumped.
And speaking of the transition to the CAA, we transition from volleyball over to women's soccer, where the women's soccer team will begin play in CAA competition for the first time in school history. Got a chance to catch up with the head coach, Christian Michener, as the girls look forward to their new competition.
Yeah, we're excited about a fresh start. Certainly, anytime, regardless of how your non-conference schedule is gone, the season is gone. It's when you enter the conference season, it's time to wipe the slate clean, and everybody starts on level footing here. We're all 0-0 in the conference, and excited about how the next 6 weeks or so unfold. So I think the team is really excited, brimming with energy, and ready to go.
We've definitely had our ups and downs this year, but I think as a whole we've gotten better. I think we're going to continue to get better, and I think, like Coach said, we started a clean slate, and we're ready to start the conference, and I think everything will start coming together then because we have a great chemistry and we're on it together.
And we'll stay with our transition to the CAA theme and move from women's soccer over to men's soccer. It's been a little bit of a rough start for Ralph Lundy and his squad as they have had some stiff competition that they have faced so far this season, coming off of back-to-back losses last weekend at California against nationally ranked Stanford and Cal. They're looking to get back on track in the CAA as well. Got the chance to catch up with the head coach.
We think playing this tough schedule can make us better. We've seen glimpses of it. We've seen some play, like the second half against Stanford. We played very good, but we were down. And so we hope this huge challenge pays off. Saturday night, we're 0-0 in the conference, and the conference is a way to go to the NCAA tournament. The conference championship is what we shoot for every year. So we hope that we can take these tough games and turn them into quality soccer. There have been some indications that that's happened, but not as much as we want or consistent enough.
Again, men's soccer opening up CAA competition this weekend on Saturday here at home against UNC Wilmington. We're going to take a break, but speaking of soccer, when we come back, we'll have another feature athlete of the week. This week it'll be featured athletes of the week. A great story here with the men's soccer team as both Connor and Tucker Coons both transferred from other schools here to the College of Charleston to play together. We'll have their story when we come back right here on Inside the Lines on CofCsports.com.
At Hendrick Honda of Charleston, you get our best price every day. When you buy a new or pre-owned vehicle, our Advantage program takes care of you for life. We offer a lifetime powertrain limited warranty, free towing and shuttle service, complimentary loaner cars, and paintless dent repair. Make Hendrick Honda of Charleston your first choice for your next vehicle. Visit us today at 1478 Savannah Highway in Charleston or online at charlestonhonda.com.
And welcome back to Inside the Lines here on CofCsports.com. Thanks for tuning in as we come to you inside TD Arena. Again, this place will be rocking here in about 6 weeks as basketball season right around the corner. We're going to stay with men's soccer, though. And again, here on Inside the Lines each week, we're going to have a student-athlete feature, or in this case, this week we'll have student-athletes as we got a chance to sit down with the Coons brothers. Connor transferred from Virginia Tech. Tucker transferred here from Coastal Carolina, both of them transferring here to CFC to play together. And of course, later on in the interview, you won't want to miss 5 burning questions. And we also do a little bit of Inside the Lines challenge with them, a little CROSSBAR challenge that you don't want to miss as well. Got a chance to catch up with them this week. Out here at the soccer complex at Patriots Point in Mount Pleasant. Too bad we're not playing soccer today. A beautiful day out here in Mount Pleasant. Temperature in the low 80s. We're here with Connor and Tucker Coons. Both these guys transferred here to the College of Charleston, and both players, of course, on the College of Charleston men's soccer team. So pleased to have them, guys. Thanks for stopping by. First things first, we figured we just, before we get to their background on how they transferred here together, obviously a lot of competition when these two were younger. We'll talk about that. First things first, Connor, you're the senior. You're the sage, wise veteran, so we'll start with you. I know a disappointing start for you guys, obviously 1-3, but still you guys have had some nice moments out here. Great crowd for that narrow loss to Akron, and a big win for you guys against nationally ranked Xavier. So really, although a 1-3 start, I know you're disappointed with that. There's been some highlights this year.
It definitely has. I mean, we've played ranked opponents so far. We just haven't been able to finish our chances. Our defense has kept us in a lot of games, and I think we'll be able to be good going forward.
Let's get your background a little bit. Obviously, Connor is the senior, Tucker is the sophomore. So Tucker, you're being a little bit younger, 2 years younger. What was the rivalry like between you two guys when you were younger?
It wasn't too much rivalry. We've always supported each other, I guess, but we played high school together, and that was fun. We've always kind of been on the same side of the team, so not too much rivalry, I would say.
So you guys actually played together on teams?
On high school, yeah, for a couple of years.
And what positions did you guys play?
He played center back. I actually played right back instead of left back, so kind of the same thing, just on the other side.
And what about when you guys were really young? Did you guys play basketball in the driveway or football or anything like that?
Yeah.
We would set up soccer goals in our backyard and play like net, like literally try to score each other from each side of the backyard. That was kind of what we did.
So who was better? Come on, somebody had to win.
Depends on the day.
Yeah.
Really? So what? Talking about your guys' background again, they're from Alpharetta, Georgia, which is just north of Atlanta. You actually started your career at Virginia Tech. You started over at Coastal Carolina. What brought you guys together? I mean, what made you decide to transfer?
I ended up quitting spring semester at Virginia Tech and thought I was going to transfer to UGA. visited here over the summer, fell in love with Charleston, and long story short, a couple of my coaches I played for growing up knew Coach Lundy pretty well, and my dad didn't want me to quit playing, so I had a couple of them call him up, and he agreed to let me walk on, and now I'm here.
What about you, Tucker?
Kind of the same thing. I didn't really have the best experience at Coastal, and also didn't know if I wanted to continue playing soccer or not. Was thinking about UGA as well, but Connor obviously loved it here, and I heard nothing but good things, so decided to give it another chance, and I'm glad I did.
So how did that conversation go when Connor talked to you about the College of Charleston?
I mean, he obviously loves it here, and the environment and the program's good, and I guess, I don't know, he loves it, so I figured I would like it as well.
All right, so that's enough of the sibling rivalry between you guys. We're gonna have a crossbar challenge come up here in just a few seconds. There are 3 soccer balls out there for each one of them. We're gonna see who can hit the crossbar the most, see who wins. But before we get to that, time for this week's episode of 5 Burning Questions. The guys did not see these questions beforehand, so this is completely off the cuff, and we'll see how this goes. All right, question number 1 will be just a softball for both of you. Connor, we'll start with you. What's your favorite thing to do in Charleston when you're not playing?
No, I mean, I just have so many close friends here. I don't know, I like being around my friends and doing different, going to the beach or going out on the boat, being around the water pretty much, I guess.
Going to the beach, that makes sense. That makes sense. What about you, Tucker?
Took my answer. I was going to say the beach or the water.
Beach or the water? True or false? A hokie is a turkey.
False.
Hey, very good. So do you know what the hokie is? You know what the background is? I had to look it up.
Not really, but like when I was there, I learned that like when people, you travel somewhere and people ask you, like you're wearing a Virginia Tech shirt and they ask you what a hokie is, your response is I'm a hokie.
Yeah.
Like you can't. It's hard to describe it, but you're just like I am one.
Yeah, I had to look it up, and the guy apparently he just made up the word and some sort of chant. Now it's turned into some sort of mythical bird. All right, very good. All right, Tucker, next question is for you. Would you rather be a mythical turkey, like a hokie, or a fierce rooster that rules the barnyard?
Definitely a fierce rooster.
Rather be the fierce rooster?
Of course.
You're shaking your head. You'd rather be a hokie?
Definitely.
I was going to say neither, but that didn't seem like it would work. All right. Tucker, we'll stay with you. Was Connor better at football or soccer?
I'd have to say soccer, I guess.
He was a pretty good football player, too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. But
2-time All-State? Something like that? What position did you play?
I don't really know.
Played a bunch of positions in my sophomore year, and then I focused on kicking.
Good. All right, last question, number 5 on the 5 burning questions. Give me your best Ralph Lundy impersonation.
You guys got to fight like hell and give them hell out there.
All right, very
That's
good.
all I got.
Very good. Connor?
He doesn't like us when we cuss, so he's always like, "Did you say F? Did you say F? Go run."
All right, very good. All right, that's 5 burning questions as Coach is yelling at us in the background. Hopefully he didn't hear that. All right, we'll wrap this episode up with a little crossbar challenge. So you guys can put down the mic. I'll take that from you. One at a time, alternating. All right, Connor, you go first. The object is to hit the crossbar, by the way. Uh-oh. All right, Connor. Again, the object is to hit the crossbar. Y'all know that, right? Oh. Oh! Good shot. Oh, Connor, the senior. And again, thanks to Connor and Tucker. Good to catch up with them on the soccer field. Great story as both those guys transferring here to the College of Charleston to play together. That'll wrap things up for this week's episode of Inside the Lines. If you'd like to reach out to us with any comments or questions, you can reach us on Twitter at CFC Video or by email insidethelines13, insidethelines13 at gmail.com. But before we go, you just saw the crossbar challenge. They only hit 1 of 6. I don't know why it was so hard. I tried it myself. I thought it was pretty easy. All right, so we just saw Connor and Tucker miss, 5 out of 6? I don't know why this is so hard. It seems really easy. All you gotta do is kick the ball, right? See, I told you, it's that easy.